if you want to create the life of your dreams, want to work toward your goals, really achieve everything you're aiming for, one of the first things we have to do is let go of everyone else's timelines. This comes up so often when you are trying to change things, when you are trying to find the courage within yourself to take that next step, to make that difficult decision, to decide to walk away from things that you have spent years working towards, to create the life that you've been dreaming of and wishing for and hoping for. There are going to be people around you that are going to view it as a massive step back. If you've not seen me before, I'm Abby the Mindset Fairy, and I experience this a lot in my own journey, and I know other people who experience it as well. Some of my clients do, friends and family. And if you look at where you want to be and look at what you need to do and the decisions you need to make to get to there, the fear comes from this perception of this timeline that we are all working towards. So everyone thinks you go to school, you grow up, you meet someone, you get married, you have kids, you have a good job, you get a nice house, you pay it off eventually, and then you retire, and that's it. And we're so conditioned to believe that is the only thing that we're allowed in life. But when you start to think, no, actually, I want to go for actually what's important for me, you no longer fit into that timeline. You are no longer working to those milestones because what you are trying to achieve is different or requires a readjustment. It requires you to start to follow a different path. And the people around you, the people who say that they care about you, will look at that and go, they're taking a massive step back, and try and caution you against it. I am in that process at the moment. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I have, a little while ago now, basically walked away from everything in my life. I left my job. I left my husband. I'm almost divorced. I put the house up for sale. I've been struggling to find somewhere to live, somewhere to move on with. And anyone who finds out that I'm almost divorced, that I'm going to be a single mum, that I'm starting a business from scratch, that I am approaching everything differently, the first thing people say to me is, God, I'm so sorry. How awful for you to have to start from the beginning again. Why did you do that? Why did you make that decision? But from my point of view, from where I am on my journey, what I am looking for, I'm not taking a massive step back. Yes, I've walked away from some things and it's been really, really, really hard to do that. I'm not going to skirt over that. If you've seen some of my videos where I've been in tears, it isn't easy. But to create what I want to create, to be in the type of relationship that I want to be in, to live life the way that I want to, without a controlling narcissistic husband who basically stopped me from doing anything, I needed to make those decisions. And yes, I'm starting from the beginning in the eyes of the people around me, but you're never really starting from scratch. Because you've learned what doesn't work for you. You've learned what type of relationships don't work, what type of living situations don't work. You have learned that what you need to have to stand on your own 2 feet now. You have learned from all the previous jobs where you have been flitting around and not focusing on a career, is actually gaining lots of experience from many different industries, which enables you to come up with the ideas that you have now. The mindset that you need to be able to do this is not listening to anyone else's timelines, not looking at your life and feeling like you're a failure because you are starting fresh. What you're doing is making the space in your life to create the life that you deserve. That timeline that everybody around you is living to, is that really making them happy? If they were honestly to look at their lives, are they really, really happy? Some people will be, but most people will be like, it is what it is, this is what we do, this is life. But you're not wanting to do that anymore. That's the reason why you're watching videos like this. Because you want different. And everyone else might see it as a step back. But it is a step in the right direction. It is a step in a new direction. And your physical life may look like it's in shambles, but it's not always going to be that way. Because you've learned what you've needed to learn to be able to do this now. You've got the experience, you've got the courage, you've got the resolve to do it now. And that is a beautiful thing. And it is hard. And it is upsetting. And when everyone else around you is telling you you can't, it's easy to believe them. But you've got this. You're not taking a step back. You're not running late. You're not failing to meet the milestones that everyone else are. You're running on your own timeline. You're living your life your way. And that is an amazing thing to experience.